Hello and welcome back to the Dave Does Detailing YouTube channel. In today's video we're going to be doing something a little bit different from what you're used to seeing me doing. We're going to be delving into the interior of the car. And a big thanks to the leather repair company and GM Details for sorting out this little care package of leather repair company goodies. So what have we got? First up we've got the leather cleaner, which is LRC1. So this is going to be used to clean the seats. And we have some leather protection cream. This is LRC4. We have some leather air freshener. Oh, that smells fabulous. And we have some dye stopper, which I assume is a protection technology for the leather itself. We also have an applicator pad and one terry towel. So what we're going to do is we're going to go out, we're going to do this in the M4 because it's full leather. We're going to see just how dirty the leather is, even although it looks relatively clean. So let's go and do this. So we've masked it up here. We're going to clean the front, this half here, and then we're just going to have a quick comparison between the right side of the steering wheel and the left side of the steering wheel. Okay, so I'm going to go to the clean side of my cloth and I'm going to give it a wipe, and I think this is going to be filthy. And just a disclaimer, this is quite a new car to me, so whatever is here was probably here way before I got it. Look at that, just from one wipe, that is filthy. Oh my gosh. Genuinely cannot believe how dirty that cloth is there. Oh, I'm actually disgusted at that. Okay, so I've taken the masking tape off now and I'm just going to kind of pan round. You can see how dull the leathers went there to that kind of matte finish. That's what your leather should look like in your car. And then as you come round, it's very difficult to see because of the lighting conditions in here, but you can see a noticeable line where it goes from matte to shiny. It's a lot easier to pick up with the eye. Let me clean the lens and just see if I can get a better picture. Probably better coming from the shiny side. You can see how shiny, 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 matte, 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 and there's the line just here. So right, I'm just going to crack on and clean the rest of the steering wheel now. Okay, so if you're like me and you have kids and you have car seats in the back of your car, and this is a great advert, look at how easily you can fit 2 car seats in the back of an M4. Great excuse to go out and buy one. You're going to be left with marks underneath the car seat. Because I'm an idiot, I don't have protection underneath the car seat yet in terms of a towel or something like that, so I know there's marks underneath the bigger car seat there, so I'm going to take that off and we're going to have a go at the marks and see if we can get them out with the LRC1. Okay, so hopefully you can make that out. If you can see down by the seat belt holder, by the seat belt buckle there is quite a lot, there is one big dirty mark, and I'm guessing that the seat's probably picked up a fair bit of dirt. It's been sitting in there almost since I got the car, so I'm going to give it a once over with the LRC1, give it a wipe over, and we'll see how it performs. I'm going to go in quite liberal with this. Some of the other videos I've seen, people seem to get a lot more foam out of this. A lot more foaming up. I don't know if it's just because of the colour of the seats. But I don't seem to be getting the same kind of foaming up action, frothing up action that other videos that I've seen. But it's certainly doing a job. And just a very quick one. This is the filth that came off of my steering wheel. So if you've got a leather steering wheel, any kind of steering wheel at all, give it a good once over, because if it's never been done, it will most likely be very dirty. So this is the area here where that big mark was, and the LRC1 is taking that off, absolutely no bother at all. I mean, don't get me wrong, an APC possibly would have done the same thing, but an APC would be much harsher on your leather seats. This is a nice foot. This is designed for leather. APC is not designed for leather, so in my opinion, a good leather cleaner, especially if you're going, I mean, look at how dirty that is there. A good leather cleaner, especially if you're going out and spending a lot of money on a car. Even if you're not spending a lot of money on a car, if it's got a leather interior and you want to maintain the value of the car, you want to maintain the quality of the leather inside, then a good leather cleaner, is almost a must, in my opinion anyway. That's cleaned that up really, really nice. Really impressed with that. Okay, so now that I've cleaned the leather, we're going to look at using some of the leather protection cream to obviously protect for when the car seat goes back on top, until a point where I can get some kind of cover for the actual seat itself to avoid any damage. So the directions for use are: after cleaning the leather, shake the bottle well, apply the protection cream onto the leather using circular motions with a terry towel, apply sparingly for best results, to leave to dry before buffing. Do not use on suede, nubuck or absorbent materials. It's suitable for all types of aniline leather. So we're actually going to use the application pad that's been provided in the kit, because the only terry towel that they've given me is now absolutely filthy, so I'm not going to use a filthy towel to apply a protection cream. So I'm going to use this, we're going to let it dry, and then I'm going to buff off with a plush microfiber towel. I'm then going to apply a second coat and buff off again once it's dried naturally. So shake the bottle. We'll apply few drops onto the pad and massage in circular motions into the area that has been cleaned. So it doesn't tell you how much to use, I'm just double checking the instructions. Excuse me. So I'm just kind of feeling when it starts to look a little bit thin. Sorry, neighbour's just driving off there. So I'm just kind of feeling that when it starts to look a little bit thin on the seat, I'm reapplying a little bit more cream into the applicator sponge and continuing on. I think now that the applicator's actually soaked up a bit of the leather, the protection cream, it's applying a little bit better now. So again, I'm just leaving this, I'm not going to prematurely buff this off, I'm going to let it dry on its own, and then I'll come back and buff off with my microfiber towel. Let me try dotting it over. I would love to say the smell of this stuff is fantastic, but unfortunately I am quite bunged up at the moment, so smelling things is not working out too well for me. I think every time I try to talk, somebody's just going to drive past today. So just a little bit more information on the LRC4. This is actually a really useful little handbook that they've given me, the leather handbook. And what it says is that the leather protection and conditioning cream has a built-in leather aroma. It's a 150-year-old recipe that has been changed to suit modern leathers. It will still protect older leather and antique leathers. Once applied, it provides a waterproof layer and stops stains and dirt build-up happening, as well as softening the leather, keeping it supple. I do like a supple leather. Right, okay, so I've allowed that to dry. I've got my towel. I'm going to buff it off and then I'll apply a second coat. So it's really annoying that you can't actually pick it up on camera. I mean, to be fair, the leather in this car was pretty dirty, but you can't really get the shine. You can't really notice the shine on it. I mean, the seat that's been done, oh Pepper, the seat that's been done does look a lot less shiny. It looks a lot more matte than the seat adjacent to it. So what I'm going to do now is move on to the next part of the process, which is going to be using LRC 44 dye stopper. So again, I'm going to pop to my instruction manual here that they've sent out, and what it says about LRC 44 dye stopper is that dye stopper does just that, stops dye and stains damaging your leather. It can be used in pigmented, aniline, suede, nubuck and alcantara. Pigmented, spray onto a pad and massage in. All other leathers, spray on and leave. 2 coats will be required, so I think just a quick spray over the area that I've treated, let it dry, and then a follow-up coat. Nah, that's not right at all. That's not right at all. Shake bottle well, spray directly onto the surface or apply using a sponge or cloth. Once applied, gently rub the area, taking care not to fully remove the protection spray. Okay, so I'm going to spray it all over. I've got a clean application pad, so I'm going to spray it all over and then just give it a once over with the application pad. So even although at the moment my nose is drawn on, I can still get the scent from this. It's really nice, kind of leathery scent, you know, almost as if what you would expect if you went into a sofa shop. That kind of leathery smell when you get to the leather section. So I'm guessing now, according to the instructions, I'm essentially just leaving that to dry in, and that'll give us some protection to dyes, which is great for me because my daughter loves to run around in pink training shoes and get them soaking wet and have the dye running out all over the place. So here's hoping that the seats won't suffer for that. I do really like the smell, even although I can only vaguely smell it at the moment. I really like the smell, the scent that it gives off. It's really nice. The last little product that we're going to do today is the leather air freshener. This is LRC 10. Now this air freshener, you don't spray it directly onto the leather. It is just that, it's an air freshener, so you can spray it in the car. What I'm going to do is I'm going to spray it under the seat where there's some material. Again, it's got that leathery hint to it. I really wish I could smell properly at the moment because I think the smell would be absolutely phenomenal. So once again, I would just like to say a massive thank you to GM Details. I'll leave a link below to Graham's YouTube channel. Definitely worth checking out for some tips and tricks and product reviews. And I will also leave a link in the description to the leather repair company. Again, a massive thank you to them for sending out that care package. So on to the products. What do we think? In all honesty, I was blown away by them. I thought the seats in the car were relatively clean. I knew the steering wheel needed a clean because it was starting to get that shine to it. I thought the seats were relatively clean. I was absolutely flabbergasted at the dirt that was lifted off. So let me just show you. So that is one side of the till and that is the other side of the till. Absolutely filthy. Don't get me wrong, a lot of that was from the steering wheel, but I only cleaned one seat and then I actually felt that I couldn't clean any more because I didn't have any more terry tills. So I'm going to need to get a few of them on order. So I've had other cars in the past which have been full leather as well. However, they've been black leather. And it's always got to that point where whenever I've been cleaning them previously, I've always waited till they've started to get that kind of shine to them and then give them a clean. What has been proven today is that even although something doesn't look particularly dirty, it probably is, especially with the leather. You don't need to get to that quite shiny stage before you need to give it a clean. On the seat that I applied the leather conditioner to, you could instantly, well, I say instantly, once it was all buffed off and cured and etc, you could feel a massive difference between the treated section and the untreated section. It was really nice and nice to the touch. And I'm assured by the wife that the scents were absolutely fantastic. Like I said in the video earlier, my nose is drawn on at the moment. I can barely smell, so it was difficult for me to give an assessment of that. But what I could smell, it smelled good. So I'm going to wrap that up there. I don't want to babble on for too long, but in my opinion, absolutely blown away by these products. Really could not recommend them highly enough. So if you liked what you saw, go and buy some of the products and give them a go for yourself. Don't take my word for it. Honestly, go and try them out. But if you've made it this far into the video, thank you for watching. Thank you for staying tuned. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that bell notification. You'd be helping me out massively, and it will help me to grow the channel so that it can hopefully reach more and more people. Thank you, stay safe, and I'll see you on the next one.